get that positivity flowing. Yes, we know things are not right, and they never are sometimes. And people say, oh, I got bad luck. Oh, I got this and that. It's just life. It's not luck. It's just life. It's not fate. It's life. That's all it is. It's life. It goes up and down, turns around, may come back and get you. And other times it may throw a few flowers your way and you're feeling okay, like nothing can happen to me, and something else bowls you over. But it's all about your attitude, your mindset. Because you know that in the past, you got up out of whatever trouble you were having. You did it before and you can do it again. Right? I'm Cash Bear Mama. If you haven't been here, thank you for coming to my channel. I want to thank my old subscribers, my new subscribers, and those in between that can't figure out where they're going, but bless you anyway. Doesn't make any difference. Bless you, praying for you, blanket prayer. I'm praying for those who bought the abundant wealth check. And thank you to the Nightlife for your order. All of that will go to the homeless. Whatever amount you put in, I double it. And sometimes I triple it and give to the homeless. And they thank you. That was there. We did a prayer by the garden. We were getting ready to go to the farmer's market. And we've been working diligently with that, with the markets and the garden. Because the garden, you know, it's still hot. So it's still growing stuff. You know, picking up watermelons and squash and all that stuff. Greens, collard greens, kale, corn. So they're out there working now, getting things cleaned up for different farmers markets. Now we're beginning to go and travel a little bit and take them and go to different places to sell our things. And they're even thinking of setting one up, you know, like on the side of a road or somewhere. So we'll see if we want to do that. We did talk about it, you know, making sure everything's okay and not going out far the first place. Kind of stay within town, but not do it on the same day as the farmer market in town. Just kind of set up on the side of the road and see what's going on and find a perfect place for that, and working with the police department to make sure they are around if something happens. You have to have your plan in motion because things happen. You know, there's there's right people and then there's not right people, and all they see is money. And another thing I wanted to tell you, you have to make a decision about yourself. Some of you don't know. You don't know anything about yourself. You haven't really sat down. You think you know, but you haven't really sat there quietly and maybe even write down about yourself. Some of you don't know what's going on with you because you make these split decisions and then all of a sudden everything messes up. You blame yourself. But to get things even from God, manifestation, thoughts, prayers, you got to know yourself. You got to know you. Not everybody what they think of you. What do you think of you? Are you the type of person that you want to meet? Are you the type of person that someone wants to be around? You don't have to be joking and la 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 and playing around, because sometimes that covers up a person. A lot of people that do a lot of the joking and everything, they're covering up pain. I'm not saying all of them, but there's some, they're covering up pain. A lot of people that are comedians, they're covering up pain. They don't act the same way when they're off camera. They're very stoic, you know, very hard, talking differently, and that's not the fun person. And people actually go up to them and say, I thought you were fun. I thought you were joking. I thought you were happy. Okay, if the people would understand, everybody's not like that 24/7. They're telling a joke. That's their job, to make you laugh. And then after I get off stage, what happens? I'm back to my normal life of paying bills, got people to deal with, blah, blah, blah. But on stage, I'm an entertainer. And they don't understand that. They think they understand the real person. Some of you think that if you listen to a musician, you know all about that musician. That's your favorite musician. But you don't live with them day after day after day. If you find out about their finances, it's because they had to go to court about something. You don't live with them to find out what else is happening in their life. Or that you're trying to be like somebody, and that's not the same person you think it is. I remember my kids talking about Nelly and Snoop Dogg and all this stuff. Oh, they're young. You know, when they found out their age, they were like, what? Oh, no. I said, yeah. Chuck Norris. I had a girlfriend that loved Chuck Norris. I had a student that loved Chuck Norris. My daughter had a girlfriend in school. They loved Chuck Norris. Oh, he's so handsome and blah, blah, blah. And my mom was going, because my mom always watched Chuck Norris, reruns, whatever. She just watched him. And my daughter said, do you know how old he is? My grandmother watches Chuck Norris. And they said, no, he's probably in his 20, 30. You know, he's fit, right? And they went, no. You know, told the real age. And it was like, oh my, oh no. You know, you don't know people that's out there. You don't know what they're going through. They can put some false eyelashes on there and do other things, and you're thinking they're buying their stuff, that, you know, they're promoting a product. They're not doing that. They're like, we're getting paid, but when we're out, we don't do that. We're projecting an image. And you project an image sometimes. Okay, you're not your real self when you go out, or people really don't know you. But first step, you need to know you. You need to sit somewhere quietly and figure out the things you really do like and you really don't like. I had to come to the realization finally that when I was in school, I don't like math. It was just something, by the time even I got older, I don't like math. Why would I major in math? Even though a professor told me you're really good at it. He says you just takes a minute to twirl it around, but you're good at it. You should major in math. And I was like, oh no, I don't even like it. Okay, I don't even want to deal with it. I don't like it. It was just too much commotion. Because you know what happens is, girls are good at math most of the time till they hit about 5th or 6th grade, and then all of a sudden it's like nobody pays attention, and it's out, and it's that rare female that goes on with it. But by the time I got to college, which was a whole different view, there was somebody there who shifted me back, and I did enjoy it for them, but I wasn't going to major in. I wasn't changing my major for that, because I knew me. I was young, but I had established myself. I knew what car I wanted. I know what car now I'm going to go after. I know what house, if I buy another house, I'm going to go after. I know how I react to certain situations, or how I'm going to react. And I know where not to go and where to go. If you're single, you go here. If you're married, you go over there. And I may show up over there, but my guard's up at different places. My guard's up with certain people. I know myself. I can't hang with certain people. It's like, if you don't want to go anywhere, if you don't want to be somebody after I've tried and tried, I don't want to be there. I don't care. I'm not worried about how much money you make. I want to see you moving. Okay, you can make $20 a day. If I see you working that $20 and putting it together and saving it and doing something with it and saying, okay, how do I make more? Cash Bear Mama, what do I got to do now? What should I do? Or just watching you keep a hold of it, like, I'm not going to buy that bag of chips. I'm saving for a new car. I'm not doing that. And then you get your new car and you're not letting everybody get on, oh man, let me drive your car. No, 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 no. Okay, those are the type of people you want. They take pride in the things that they worked hard for. And other people don't understand that, because what happens? They're jealous of you now. You got a car. Wait a minute. You got a house. Hold up. How'd you get that house? What do people always ask, whether they're white or black? They stand there. You get stopped by a police officer. You're in a brand new luxury car. How'd you get this car? Why are you asking this? And I have nothing against police officers. I have them in my family. But I'm just giving you an example how people view you. And even your own family members. How'd you get that car, man? My neighbor over across the street, the whole family is car crazy. Okay, everybody's gotten to the point that when they get a new car, they come over there so they can show it off and have them just, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. While they have these trucks that have gotten attacked by the HOA, like, that's a raggedy, could you put in the garage? And never put the cars in the garage because the garage is packed all the way up to the door. You open the door, you thinking that it's going to get caught on something. And the other car breaks down all the time. They've had enough money probably over the years. They could have had new things, but see, their relatives and their friends know where to get their happiness from. Let's go over that house. Let's go over here to our cousin and our friend, show them our new car, which they could be sleeping in at night because they don't have a house. Your priorities are screwed. And you have to think about your priority, about yourself. That my priorities are not going to be screwed. And you have to decide, do you even like yourself? Do you want to be a friend to you? Would you like to be that type of person? Do you really want to be a friend? Are you a person that scams all the time? Would you like to be a friend to you if you're scamming? Are you the person that robs and steals? Would you really like to be a friend to yourself doing that? Would you like to be a friend to you that can't get their money together all the time? That's in bankruptcy court all the time. Or in court, or the person that calls the bill company constantly, and the bill company knows you because, they're going to call, they know you. They're going to call, we need a payment plan again. You might as well say again, but you're not going to do that. You're going to hide it, right? You're going to go, do you have any payment plans? Like you know nothing. Your payment history is on there. Some companies keep it for 5 years, 6 years, but they can dig back there. If your file is in that company, they can go back all the way when you started. But to you, they'll go, you can look up about 3 years or a year, but they got it. They know you got a payment plan. You're going to call somebody and say, do you have a payment plan? Payment arrangement or something? Like, instead of saying, I need one again. Try this. I bet you won't do it. I need one again. Unless you come up with a good excuse. Like, you've really been in the hospital. You really lost your job. Now, those are good things. But some of us get behind because we're paying other bills. And then you do say out loud, my bills, I've gotten behind. But some people are chronic. And some people start asking you for money. Do you really want to be that person that keeps loaning them money and they're not getting anywhere? Is that the type of person you are? Because you feel sorry? That's not helping the other person. Are you compassionate? Are you taking care of your mom maybe in the house? Okay, your dad, you're taking care of them, or maybe there's someplace else. Are you a compassionate person? Are you too compassionate? Are family members taking advantage of you? Are you spending too much money? Do you really want to be that person? If you were a friend to yourself, do you want to be the friend that represents this? And that's a hard choice to start thinking. Are you that type of friend that when your kids come around, you go, oh, there comes Joey. He's going to ask me another question again? Are you that type of parent? Do you really want to be a friend to that type of parent that doesn't have time to answer a question, or at least can say, I will answer you. We'll do it this evening, me and you. Let's do it this evening. We'll try to play a game or do pictures or something about your question. We'll get on Google or something together and let's research the question. Let me teach you how to research the question. You got a solution. Or, oh, we got to take care of the kids. Oh, the babysitter's not coming. Oh, mom, we got to take care of mom. Here she goes. She doesn't have enough money. She's on Social Security. She blew all her finances. Regardless, who cares? It's your mother. As long as your mother is not abusing it. I'm going to tell you, there's some mothers and fathers that will abuse that up to the hilt. When they find out you got money, you're supposed to take care of them. And sometimes you have to stop. And be that bold person. Go, I'm not taking care of you because you keep coming back. Instead of me teaching you or helping you, let's figure out a way, mom and dad, how to make sure your finances are okay. Maybe we need to go somewhere and maybe you need to downsize the house. Maybe you need to move some to a condo area. I don't know. But you come up with this solution. And instead now you like that person that you are because now you are a solution person. You've got it together. Are you the type of person that makes resolutions and breaks down? That's why I don't do resolutions. I don't do resolutions at all. All the resolution is a goal that's going to fail. I'm going to lose 50 pounds, okay? I need to lose 100 pounds, 200 pounds, whatever you got to lose, right? And after a while, you get to exercising in January and going on. And all of a sudden, you say, oh, I'm going to take a day off. You still exercising maybe 6 days a week. Then you take 2 days off. Maybe you got to go vacation or work. And it's so hard to get started again. And everything fails. You start snacking on that ice cream cone. A lot of ice cream. You can eat an ice cream cone. But, it's about calories. It's not about what's going on, technically. It's your mindset. And your mindset goes, oops, I failed. That diet is terrible. That doctor gave me that diet. It's awful. That's what happened. And it's not the doctor. It's not the diet. It's you. Is that the type of person you are? Is that the type of person you want to be with? Is that in your mind? Is that the type of person that's not worrying about their body? That's a temple of God. It's not yours anyway, but you're not taking care of it. Is that the type of person you are? And you got to work on that stuff. It is not easy because you have to face up to what's going on with you. You're not crazy. There's a lot of people doing that. They're doing it with everything. Like you're talking about political parties, they can't face up. It's like, okay, I face up. I do Republican, Democrat, Independent. I face up to, do you have a policy that's going to work for America? That's what I face up to. That's my policy. And whoever's got the best choice, I'm going to go there. It may not be the best. They may not have everything on foot because what? They are human. They are not God. So you have to pick the one that's as close to your idea as possible and not get all upset if your little candidate don't win. And I'm not going to sit there and bully anybody. I'm not going to tell people how to vote. That's me. If that's what you want to do, go right ahead. See, I'm happy with me. I'm happy not telling you how to vote, but I tell myself what I'm doing. I tell myself what kind of car I'm driving. I tell myself how much money I want in the bank. I enjoy seeing my money in the bank. Okay? I enjoy that so much because overspending is just, I never saw money in the bank. Every time my check would go in, it was going out. And I had to sit and realize, you like the money in the bank. I cash stuff with real cash. it was fun, but I had to realize I wasn't the cash stuffer with cash, because number one, my inner self, I told you, I know myself, was going, what's all this cash in the house? This is not working. Plus, on top of it, I wasn't going to keep running around paying the electric bill, run over there to the store, get some money orders, mail it in, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't doing that. Or put it on a debit card, like a prepaid. You can't put it on a prepaid debit card. I do have that. But you still, it was like, I still got to move that money over. And it wasn't easy then. I wasn't at the right bank. So it was like you had to take it out, then reload it onto the card. Now I can reload it on the prepaid debit card, just straight out of my checking account, pay those bills, or I can just use my credit card. And I'm fine, because that was easier for me. I got a lot of things going on. It was like, this is too much. I didn't grow up this way. Okay, I had to realize who I was. You didn't grow up this way. You grew up with a mother and father who used credit card to pay their expenses, and then they paid it back at the end of the month. They taught you this way. You grew up with a family that had checking and savings account. I had to realize something blew. Something just blew. I got a hold of my own finances and lost my mind. That's precisely what it was. Then my husband didn't help any better when I got married. It got worse. I thought I was okay. Yeah, I was spending money. It come in, boom, out. It was like, okay, you don't care about insufficient funds. Nope, I'll pay it next month. I got enough money coming in to pay the insufficient fund, on and on and on and on. And, he left. All of a sudden, kaboom. You just lost that income that you got used to. See, when two incomes got together, it was double trouble right there. And then when his left, which it was already leaving during that time, I told you he was giving it to his family. But, there was ways around all this stuff. And then I had to realize his income's not there, and you just cut everything in half. You slashed it. And it jolted me. Now, because what happened? I got kids. I got life. I want to do stuff. And there was nothing there. You have to, in your mind, realize, and I said, the first thing I did was, I don't want anybody to know. That means right there in your head that you don't want to be a friend to your own self. You don't even want you to know. You don't want your subconscious to know. That means you're not a friend to your own self. You don't want anybody to be a friend like you. You don't want anybody to even know you. Like, no, never mind. And it's not about showing yourself on YouTube. It doesn't make any difference. You could be on there, off there. You still, some people, I can tell right off, you don't know you. You have no idea, okay, what's going on. That if a disaster comes, you can't even pull it together. That's why I tell people, there's certain people on here, I tell them, okay, you went through that disaster. It's okay. You know you do. I know they know. And you got this. You already been through the fire. You already been through the storm. You know how to get that money back. You know you. You know how to do this. So let's move on and get it together. I know those people. And there's very few of them that even know themselves. It's hard to sit down and think of your whole thing. When women come to, or men come to the realization that they start knowing their partner when the kids are gone. Instead of at the same time when the kids started coming, and you're going to soccer practice, and little Bailey's over there shooting basketball and blah, blah, blah. While you're doing that, the marriage is going click, 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 right? and the spouse may be running to having a good time, but then all of a sudden you both retire, kids are gone, and you realize, I know myself, I've changed, and this marriage is not working because you didn't work on it in the beginning. You finally, if you knew yourself, you would have changed, but you didn't know yourself, so that time passed by, or you sit there. I gotta stay with because of the kids. I don't do that. Okay, if my husband hadn't have passed, I was already, and my friends already knew me. See, they already knew. They knew how I acted, and they said if he hadn't gotten ill, you would have been gone. You would have filed charges, the divorce proceedings in February. But he got ill in February, around then, and you just didn't do anything but take care of him for the next 5 months. That was your priority. Because I knew me. I was not leaving somebody that was ill just there. I'm not going to, go into any type of proceedings of any thing that was going to cause more harm. But they knew me. They knew. See, your friends start knowing how you react when you start understanding how you react. They knew me. It was like, okay, she's not doing that. And they even come, she's not going to do that. Somebody will suggest something. Nope, she's not even going over there. No. Don't ask. Wasting your time. Because you're on here, didn't I tell you I wasn't doing that? You have to know you. You have to, sometimes it's hard even just to tell people no. It's 2-letter words. It's shorter than yes, which is 3 letters. You have a hard time telling people, sometimes you don't want to loan people money, and you just keep on, and you want to say, that word maybe, my kids understood maybe. Okay, for a while, I didn't like the word no when they were younger. Okay, I hated it. Mom, can we go swimming? Maybe. It was really a no. I may have been working. I may have been doing something. I didn't leave my kids at the pool by themselves. Okay, I knew I had to be there. And, maybe. And then they actually said, I heard one of them say, maybe means no, let's go find something else to do. They understood that every time a maybe came across, it was me. I wouldn't say no. But they got it. It's like every time she says maybe, that meant no. Let's do something else. Okay, go back in the room, get back on the computer, do something. Watch TV. She said no. Even though I said maybe. Yeah, I had the right to change my mind. And there were a very few that I went maybe, and then I think about and go, okay, let's go. Yeah, I got a right to change my mind. But they knew most of the time maybe was no. They had already picked up on it. I hadn't picked up on it. So I don't say maybe as much. You hardly hear maybe, because my kid said the other day, she said, you don't even say maybe anymore. You go, no, yeah. She said, even other people, no, yeah. I do it, yes. She said, maybe left your vocabulary. I said, because it's wishy-washy and I don't want to do it. Maybe is no. Maybe it means I don't have the time. Just say no. No, I'm not loaning you any money. No, I'm not doing this. And that's not a hard line either. It depends on who the person is. If it's somebody you've loaned money to, you're not getting it back, or you're going to have a hard time getting it back, you don't want to be bothered. Why waste your life thinking about that? You have to know you. And that is hard to know you. You have to know that maybe something's going to make you cry all the time. You go to a wedding, tears flowing. Nobody knows why you're not, but you know you. I cry at weddings. I cry at a certain song. I enjoy going to the fair, but I can't go anymore. I'm not able to walk. But maybe I can look at it on TV now. You know, YouTube's got it. Somebody's recorded it. Maybe I got to change my plans. A lot of people, when they get older, they don't want to ask anybody to do anything for them because they've changed and they know themselves a lot more. And they don't want to ask for help. So they've already known and they've made provisions to, I'm going to do this. This is all I can do. And then sometimes that special person will be there. And are you that special person? I go to the, I can't think of senior citizen places, draw them out. Some of them live in apartments. I go there and sit and play bingo with them. They see me coming, I bring magazines. A lot of them don't have magazines. They ask for magazines. I have old magazines and stuff I read. They have bingo night at certain places. Can I come? Well, yeah, you volunteer all the time. Come on. And I think of different things they can do. This day is hot dog day. Let's have hot dogs for their lunch. Can we do that? It's the way you approach people. That's who I am. That's what I do. But are you approachable? And you may not be approachable. You may have had a hard time in your life. People look at me, I'm not approachable sometimes because I don't know what you're up to. I don't know you. And we size people up really quick. And sometimes you have to wait a minute to size people up, but not too long. Your impression of yourself is you got about 10 seconds before a person sizes you up. Okay? And after that, you either got to disprove them. They find out you're really a nice person after talking to you. Or they find out, you the other way. And, if you're laughing too loud, some people size you up real quick. It's like 5 seconds. Like, oh, my goodness. My parents, they can't deal with all the loud laughing and everything. It's like, who is that? They hear them across the parking lot. They're talking all loud. We're hearing the whole conversation. It could be 4 or 5 people together. Yes, they're happy. We're not faulting them for that. Yes, you're happy. But there's a place and a time. Maybe at a party. Go to a party. There's a place and a time for things. But my parents know who they are. And what do? They don't deal with that. We don't have friends like that. They don't. They may laugh. Yes, they laugh loudly within their house or backyard somewhere at the barbecue. Yeah, we get the going sometime. But when we're out, no, kind of like, okay. But we know, some people can get very loud. And there's other people, they got attitudes. Is that you? Is that the type of person you want to be around? Is that you? Is that really you? Is that the you that you're presenting to God when you go up there? He likes to have fun and party. Okay, he does. That's where we get our inner self. We have fun. But when you're out representing yourself to the world, is that the type of person you want people to look up on you as? And not by age, okay? A lot of people go, oh, that's the age. They do stuff like that. That age can grow up. That age is going to get older. I got older people do that. They get raunchy. I've seen them. And I'm at the grocery store pushing my cart the other way. All right? And then sometimes one of them will step out of line, just coming out like, I'm not doing that. You guys need to quiet down. Just a little bit. I was in front of a guy, I don't know if it was his girlfriend or his wife, behind me, and every second word was a cuss word. Okay, I don't have problems with cuss words. It's just every second word. Okay. It's like you can't explain what's going on without every second word. I was standing there counting while I'm in the front of him. And he just kept going. She wasn't saying anything. Okay? She wasn't saying anything. I'm just standing there listening. I finally just had to turn around, and I looked at her first because she was to my right shoulder. I turned and she said, "It's not me." She automatically knew what I was thinking. And I turned and looked at him and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I hadn't said a word. It was just like, does every second word gotta go? I'm thinking in my mind, do I have to stand there and listen to this? And I was thinking of leaving because of him. I was like, I'll come back later. But after they talked, you saw these were great people. They were nice. But see, what if I hadn't? I would have been standing there going, this is somebody I don't want to be bothered with. And that turn, he says, "I'm sorry." They introduced themselves. And I said, "Do you always do that?" I said, "Every second word, there was a cuss word. Can't you kind of explain?" And I said, "You're very loud. Like, what are you doing?" But see, that's somebody, they haven't analyzed themselves. Like, is this what you're projecting to yourself? Would you like to be a friend to somebody like that? And we actually became friends. He stopped cussing altogether. I mean, every once in a while, I had to pull out a swear jar and make up for him when he comes over. Like, okay, it's out. Stop. And she said, I made him one too. And they did get married. We went to the wedding. It was his fiance. But what type of person are you to yourself? Because that's the one that's going to manage your money. That's the person that's going to manage your life. If you're unorganized with things, and we can't help being unorganized because life sometimes comes in and gets us. But you have to know how to pull this back together. But if you're unorganized with your finances, you happen to be that person. Is that the type of person you want to be? Or pretend there's two of you standing there. Does the person that's doing good want to be with that person? Does the person that has bad thoughts or calling out people culturally or about politically, are you that person? Is that the person you would want to have as a friend? Is that the person, they can't manage their money all the time? They're always short. Can you loan me $1? My mom had that woman, well, we were kids in school, but the mother, and she would see my mom in the grocery store, and she said, "Can you loan me a rusty dollar?" All the time. And Mom said, "How come I gotta be rusty?" But she knew every time she would see her, she just wanted $1. Just to get something, or didn't have enough money. But it's just, that's the person she was, and that's the way my mom kind of she's gonna ask me for $1 every time I see her. Okay, I got it. They were friends. They got to be friends, but she still, till the day she passed, "You got a rusty $1?" And Mom learned more about what was going on. They didn't have the finances, but other people, they turned them off. They didn't want to be bothered with them. Oh, they must be out of money all the time. You just want $1. And my mother didn't ask her to pay it back. She just said, "Here, you can have it." And she kept dollars in her purse for her, which was so funny. They were in there in the back. She never would spend them. She'd keep them back there. And she would go, "Is that all you need? You need a few more?" And then she'd go, "Well, I was going to buy some cigarettes. I was trying to get enough money, looking at the bottom of my purse, see if I got some change." My mom said, "Oh, well, let's get these here, some more, and go get your cigarettes." But think about it. Are you that person? Are you that person that you think you should be? Are you that person that can get where you're going to get? No, I'm going to be this type of person. I'm going to get money. I'm going to put it in the bank. I'm going to be great. So, let's do a savings challenge. I got this from Two Sister Bees a while back. They gave it to me as a gift. I ordered things from them, but I always kept it, and I laminated it. And let's go on a no-spin adventure. And I looked at it, and I said, okay, if you'd like to join in, we're doing a savings challenge. This is a quick one, all right? This week sometime. Now, pick 2 days out of this week and see if you cannot spend. 2 days. See if you cannot spend. And that is your savings challenge. Okay, and you can put whatever amount if you want to do it as a savings challenge where you're saving money. Like, I'm going to put $20 in here. I'm going to put $1 for each day I don't spend. You can do that. Or if you do spend, you don't get to save anything. So for 2 days, pick your days. It'll go all the way till Sunday. Okay? And I come back. I'll be on here probably before then, as long as we load. We may not load, but who knows. But pick 2 days that you don't spend and save that amount, or save it when you can get it. And it can be 50 cents, it can be a penny. Put 2 pennies together and see, okay, look, that penny just left. And in your mind, play a game with yourself. That penny represents $100,000. And this other penny is $100,000. That's $200,000. If I don't spend for 2 days, those $200,000 pennies, they go into wherever you like. See, it's just a challenge to see, can you even do it? So see what you can do. All right. No spend unless it's in your binders or wherever you save. Okay, or it's not like groceries and all that good stuff. We do know that. You know, that can get a little hairy. Okay, now, before I go, I'm working on this. And so I did get bonus pay. And so I'm going to represent it as this, $2,000. And so we're going to find... start with the big ones. So let's see what I can do on here. Minus 1760 equals 240. So we do have 240 up there. So I can color in the 1760. Woo! And the 240. This looks pretty good. It's going. Now, I don't have a date for it. I just want to see, can we get it done, right? So, hope you're having a wonderful day. Enjoy yourself. Think of who you really are. Find out who you really are, okay? And if you need to change yourself, change. And you don't need to talk about it. Just change. You can change. You can change anything. You know, maybe you're that person who wanted to be a basketball player. You may not be the basketball player, but maybe you can teach some kids basketball. You can be their coach. Maybe you're the person that never tried to get your dream, and you're trying something now. Maybe you just need to dissolve that dream and try something else. Find out who you really are. Who you are, and not worrying about what society wants you to be. Who are you? You need to know yourself. Okay? Take care. Enjoy yourself again. Blessings to all of you that are listening to me. Blanket prayer. God's got you. See ya. Bye-bye.